welcome to another Doctor Who Classic Series action figure review. In today's review I am looking at the latest Underground Toys Forbidden Planet exclusive Classic Series release, which is the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker, as seen in his final season, season 18, packaged with K-9, apparently from Warrior's Gate. I'll vocally talk about K-9. People were expecting K-9, like I said, I don't know why it's been dubbed from Warrior's Gate, which is quite ironic seeing as the picture on the front of the box is from Full Circle. People expected K-9 to be repainted in the darker, sort of, the darker metallic grey that he had in the classic series. Unfortunately, all you get is a repackaged K-9, the same K-9 that came with Rose Tyler in the second wave, the Series 2 model of Rose Tyler, and with the Sarah Jane Smith figure as well. So it's exactly the same. Very disappointing. You'd have thought they could have just done a darker repaint. They haven't even removed the thing at the back. So to be honest, it would have been better if they'd have just released Tom on his own for £15. I really don't think that this K-9 is worth the extra £5, to be honest. Good, I suppose, if you haven't got K-9, but quite disappointing when you sort of hoped you'd get a proper classic K-9. But anyway, K-9 is irrelevant to this review because the main attraction is, of course, this new 4th Doctor. So we've obviously seen this body before on the Regeneration 5th Doctor. That was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for this year. And it's exactly the same sculpt body, but of course we have the 4th Doctor's head. Now, when this figure, although it wasn't announced, when people had sort of hoped this figure would come out, one of the main things I always wanted them to do with this figure was give Tom a new head sculpt, because Tom looks very different in season 18 than what he does in season 12. His hair is starting to grey, the curls are starting to go, he's looking older, he's looking a bit more miserable because of all the changes. And thankfully, they actually did do a new sculpt, and they captured all of what I hoped they would capture, which is fantastic. To the point where I actually think this is probably the best likeness of Tom Baker they've ever done. The articulation is the same as with the 5th Doctor version. Articulated head. If I just take off the scarf, it probably can do a 360, but I don't want to push it. You have articulation in the shoulders. Can't really do a 360 because of the overlap of the lapel of the coat. I suppose you could push it. 360 at the biceps. Elbows can go up and down. 360 at the wrists. He has articulation at the waist. Just can't really turn that much. Articulation at the hips that go up and down, in and out. No thigh articulation, but articulation at the shins, which also do a 360. So that's the standard articulation for this figure. So detail-wise, I shan't go into the detail of the costume so much, because I sort of did that with the 5th Doctor version. Obviously, the back no longer has the green, like the Regeneration version, which had all the glass stains at the back. 4th Doctor's head, the new sculpt, like I said, is a very good sculpt. The hair is a separate piece from the actual face part, like on the other 4th Doctor figures. So the hair is not as sort of round and normal as on the others, and it's slightly darker with sort of a wash of grey on the curls to give him that older look. He also has sort of more jowly at the bottom, the skin starting to sag, and he's slightly, you can't see it so well on the actual figure as you could on the prototype, but he's slightly linier under the eyes than on previous figures. So overall, the head sculpt's very good. The scarf is the same, unfortunately. I don't mind it, it's okay, but the detail isn't like the actual scarf. There are aspects of the pattern that are missing. I suppose that's just due to the fact that it's quite complicated. If it was a mass retail figure, they may have been able to do it, but seeing as it's only an exclusive, the scarf has to be simplified. And again, you still have no question marks on the lapels because they're covered up by the coat. If I pull back the coat slightly, you can see them sculpted on beneath. So obviously they had it in mind, and then they decided that not to bother. The scarf has the same thing with the Fifth Doctor. If you take it off, the hair on Tom has been shaped to fit around the scarf, so it does indent like that. And so there he is, next to the Fifth Doctor version. So overall, I really like this figure. I highly recommend trying to get it. It's a bit disappointing that the K-9 isn't in the proper classic darker colour, and that it still has all the remaining aspects of the new version, to the point that, I mean, even that pops off and everything. So it's a shame, really. They missed a trick with that. The only thing that is different about this K-9 is that the bit of rubber, or the foam, whatever it was on the classic series, is slightly darker. But that's all. And of course, Tom doesn't come with the sonic screwdriver that was shown in the prototype images, but then again, neither did the Regeneration Fifth Doctor, which also showed a sonic screwdriver. Not fussed about that, to be honest. So thank you for watching this review, and my next one will either be the Sixth Doctor with the Cyber Scout, the Stealth Cyberman, or it will be the Remembrance of the Daleks gift set. So thanks for watching this review, guys, and I shall see you with my next review.